Alrighty, welcome back to the Jumpcast, and like every week, we forgot to check what episode we're on. 33. I want to say 3, but
I'll take a look.
This week is actually special. So Dries is not joining, or the other Max is not joining us, but Nick and I are recording in the same room. We're facing each other.
Yes, currently.
So this one will be a pretty fun one because it's also a great chapter to kind of start doing that sort of format. But yeah, so...
Sorry, I'm still looking it up right now, but right now we're covering, chapter 226. So yeah, I'm trying
You're
to...
joining us on week 33, or episode 33. But yeah, so we have a lot to talk about. 225 ended on quite the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And we were wrong.
Yeah, I was definitely wrong.
We were all that wrong.
It's just a good example of, the author comment this week is that, like, you need to take logic out of the fight or something like that. You really needed to for this chapter. I'm trying to think of what to go off of. Well, Gojo immediately healed the wound, and then, of course, we're getting more commentary from everyone else at Jujutsu High about the whole situation of just, like, he's healing himself, but that's still definitely not enough because he's just getting hit by Sukuna's technique constantly. We got that nice 2-page spread of him literally just covered in his own blood.
Well, so something we can touch on later, I guess, more, but, like, what I was really excited about was instead of using reverse curse technique to heal himself, he was using it to to push it so his technique would, his actual limitless and his actual technique would come back sooner, which I think is a really cool concept. That now maybe
that others will try to implement, because I'm trying to remember if Kenjaku did the same thing. I think that while he was just getting pummeled by Yuki and Shoso, he used that time, instead of using reverse curse technique on himself, on his curse technique to try to get back the gravity technique.
Yeah, it's really cementing that Gojo is of the current age the strongest current source.
Yeah. I think some takes are wrong from Sukuna. Like, Sukuna said, like, with regards to curse technique, I'm overwhelmingly stronger. It's like, yes, that makes sense because you literally just broke his domain. So I feel like he's being a little too ballsy with that statement. I like that they had, like, fist-to-fist combat, hand-to-hand, and that the shrine acts as, like, the pillar for the domain. And, like, even Yuji could tell, like, oh, so the shrine is the center of the domain, not Sukuna, and then, like, everyone else is trying to shut him down.
Yeah.
Yuji can read the moment very well. I love the moment with the simple domain. It's just like, I thought Gojo couldn't do that. It's not that he couldn't do it. It's just like he's a prodigy. He does everything on his first try.
Also, just the one of you just jumping in. So I'm gonna hit the reversal. Yeah. I kind of am honestly hoping that the scars that we see this
I can agree on wanting that, but I definitely don't think that will happen.
because we saw YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like the techniques.
That stuff doesn't scar as easily. And it could also just be that Sukuna, usually something's more likely to scar if it's like a worse cut. Like, honestly, if it's more like a tear. Maybe Sukuna's technique is just so good, it literally is like the perfect slice. It's the whole, like, chef mentality, you know?
Where it doesn't like, it's like a perfect...
Literally cut down the
jag,
cells. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
That would actually be really cool if that was actually how it worked, was it was cutting on a cellular level.
Yeah. I think it's somewhere close to that even. But yeah, I'm trying to just read through it. This is so weird doing it in person because I'm so used to just staring at the pages, but now, like, I'm in the room.
Yeah.
I love Yuta freaking out of, like, it's possible that he healed his curse technique instead of healing his own body. So yeah, I think that the fandom is still picking that Sukuna is the stronger one out of these two, and I want to, like, disagree on that.
Yeah.
Hardcore. still think that it's a very even fight now, with this being like the prime example of like Gojo survived Sukuna's domain without anything.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? He survived it without Limitless, which is crazy. So it's just a good example.
So like even Maharaga couldn't survive it. So it's like on like a durability level, how durable Gojo is even without it.
Exactly.
And I mean I love that we're seeing like Gojo, like how intelligent. I mean we've seen before just how truly intelligent he is during a fight, and it is that like Satoru Gojo is himself when he's by Satoru Gojo when he's by himself, or whatever that phrase is.
We're seeing his peak of fighting, and we're seeing him enjoy it as well. Because like even while he's in the middle of the domain, he's smiling.
Yeah, when he said red, he's I think in almost every panel, he's got his like almost shit-eating grin he always has on.
Yeah, except for when he's being sliced apart. But just like when he lands the simple domain, is where he really shows that like he's having fun with the fight again.
Also, I know it's like the same pose to set it up, but he really looks like Yuki there.
Yeah, well, I think that is the pose too.
Yeah.
Because what is it? Toto did the same thing. Like you bend down and clap your hands. You can probably hear that bass. But who cares?
Yeah.
There's that. I'm trying to think of what else. I love how Gege demonstrates like through his art the simple domain breaking. Like he did the same with the Yuki and Kenjaku fight, but just like when Sukuna approaches him on panel 11 or page 11 on the bottom panel.
Yeah.
You see it like getting shred away piece by piece, and then like he dodges a few attacks, and then the barrier breaks again, and then he starts getting him hit by the technique again. So yeah, the dude's just built different.
Yeah.
I don't like just doesn't have good takes.
Yeah.
When he says like in ordinary circumstances he wouldn't, but this must be really taxing to just constantly reverse curse technique. Like it's Gojo.
Yeah.
Like
it's not that like Gojo has unlimited curse energy, but it just replenishes and it's
it basically is.
Yeah, it's the closest thing to like unlimited curse energy. Because also the thing is, it's just they phrase it's also like he's so much more. It's like what's the way to describe it is he's so much more efficient with his use of cursed energy. Like the 6 eyes just auto uses it how it should be used. The exact amount.
Like what is it? I know it's like a bad way to put it, but like he min maxes it.
Yeah,
hardcore,
actually,
like,
that's a really good way of
like he knows because of the 6 eyes and because of himself, he knows how to like use the right amount of curse energy and like the most minimal amount to get the effects that he needs to get. I also really like page 15 where it's just Gojo. It's like is Gojo going to lose? I love it just because it's such a fun drawing of him being cut up and everything, and just like the white panel. We've talked about it before, and like even the honored ones talked about it. But like the narrator really brings everything together for like these bigger fights.
I think the series would still be pretty solid, but I think the series would be a lot worse if there wasn't a narrator.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I was just drinking water. I have no other way to describe it. Like, you're just so right. I'm trying to think of situations where the narrator wasn't there and it'd be so much worse.
Well, like, I think the prime example is End of Shibuya. Where it's like Mahito used his domain for like 0.2 seconds. Yeah.
And like comparing everyone, like it was Mahito was the fastest, but then it was Toto and then Yuji, or it was vice versa. But like it's just fun. It makes the fight so much more impactful. Of just like that's such a devastating point in the fight that the narrator has to explain how much it screwed over Toto and Yuji.
Which is also like how lucky Mahito was in that fight.
Yeah, in landing that.
But yeah, no, I think the narrator is something that it seems like they're going to keep.
Yeah, for this fight.
Well, just for the series in general, because it seems like from the trailers we've seen, there is a narrator.
Oh yeah, in the anime.
Voice. Yeah, so I hope they keep the narrator aspect going
too. I always, what is it? This is just mainly like with this chapter, but I always love Choso's. Just Choso saw like some of the strongest people fight, and he analyzed it so well. So
Yeah.
it's so fun seeing his like critiques in this fight, because he just knows what's going on when everyone else is just kind of like blind to the fact.
Yeah, which is cool to see. Like the panel, which is like C, and I believe it's on page 13, the top right. He's just deadpanned, somewhat deadpanned, but he understands the fight because when him and Yuki went against Kanjako, he was kind of just honestly he got some good hits in, but he was kind of, in my opinion, just in the way.
Yeah, he was in the way, but like he was used for he was crucial bait.
Yeah.
That just luckily survived. And this just made me think of a theory of just like probably the reason why domains can be open like that is due to having the object, like the domain doesn't revolve around the person, it revolves around an object made like with the whole like canvas painting on air, like the shrine. And then I'm thinking of Kenjaku's. Remember when Kenjaku's like tree sprouted out in Tengen's domain? I think that's the key to having like a barrierless domain,
Which it seems like Megumin's going towards with his like the spinal cord thing.
With the tree there.
That's good. I like that. That could be pretty interesting to see how that
Thank you.
goes forward.
That just shows that I don't think Gojo would ever be able to make a barrierless domain if that's like the actual fact behind it.
Just because of like he's like no concept of an object with.
Yeah. Like, well, how do you even make a concept of an object of that unless like you just have like a brain behind Gojo just like blasting knowledge.
Yeah, that could be pretty fun to see, but I agree with you. It's kind of not thinking. And can I like just the way the outfits have been like flowing in this fight? Like I love like Toji fit on.
Yeah.
But it's so good looking. Sukuna's. I wasn't a big fan of like the shirtless, like almost gi looking thing he has at first, but I'm like, okay, this is kind of sick. Like,
I personally have always been a fan. I always hated the robe that he had on front of it, so I'm so happy that
like
Gojo destroyed it with the first hollow purple.
Well, I was thinking like I know he's showing off his the tattoos, but like I was thinking like he's got like looks like some sort of like compression shirt or something underneath. Like it was like a long sleeve or something like that. I think it looked really cool.
That's true. But I think that could have worked well too.
It's just they're not. I know they're not, but just the best way I describe them is just hammer pants they've got on. Like that giant flowing pants.
The
so
parachute
nice.
pants.
Yeah.
I forgot the names that they traditionally go by. Harem pants, I think, is also another way to put them, but that's I think Middle Eastern in design. I don't know.
Just fighting martial art.
Yeah. Big baggy pants.
Yeah. But no, it's interesting to see this fight. Like. When they like I do agree like the hand-to-hand combat, and I love the way Gege has been incorporating hand-to-hand combat with an actual curse technique or something else. Like it looks like Gojo's or the Sukuna like also throwing in the slash looks so good, because like I somewhat imagined with like slash and cleave or cleave and dismantle that Sukuna was just gonna be like waving his hands in the air, just like a composer at like a symphony or something.
And just throwing his hands around everywhere.
But he's actually like in it, because I was like, oh, cleave and dismantle. It's only like a maybe mid to long ranged weapon. No, it can be any range. Like it's hitting Gojo up close
and far away. I'm just realizing the audience doesn't see, but like I'm nodding a lot with Prudence takes because we're in person, so I don't usually just say like, yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think that Gege did a really good job making this chapter. He spun around the conventions of like JJK fights.
Well, just like when you said his alpha comment of like leave logic out of it.
Yeah.
Like when I first saw the leaks on Wednesday, I was like, oh, okay. Yay, Gojo's alive, but like how did he live under? And then it's like leave logic. I'm like, okay, that makes way more sense for this fight.
Most because they're just like the top dogs. The top dogs are gonna compete.
Yeah.
You win by winning.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be very interesting to see like how someone, because honestly, like they kind of seem like they're starting to be, now that Sukuna's domain, I'm assuming, is going to go away, they're going to be back more on that even playing field in a bit. I think it'd be really cool if the fight ended with one of them running out of cursed energy, and that's how it ends. I mean, yes, Gojo replenishes,
Yeah.
but or we see Gojo not use all of his cursed energy, but close.
Yeah.
Or Sukuna getting close to using all of his, because we got, I believe it was last chapter, Yuta saying, yeah, his
it's like double.
at least double.
Yeah.
So it'd be really interesting to see actually how much Sukuna does have and how it's compared to Gojo, and if he can use it as efficiently, which I'm highly doubting Sukuna can.
Yeah. What is it? So we're getting a break next week, but the one after that, I think for sure the ending panel is gonna be. So here's my prediction for the next chapter. Basically, the shrine's gonna be destroyed. Then Sukuna's gonna be like, oh crap, my curse technique is burnt out. So he's either gonna go on one of two options. Either one, he's gonna try to replenish it like Gojo did, or number two, he's gonna start throwing out 10 shadows. I think in both of those situations, what's gonna happen immediately afterwards is, the end of the chapter is gonna be Sukuna broken in half by a hollow purple, and then he's also gonna have his own form of a comeback.
You use the tranquil deer and then Maharaga or something.
Yeah, exactly. What is it? Gojo will split him in half with a hollow purple at the end of that chapter. The next one afterwards is just gonna be Sukuna's his mouth is spitting out blood, and he just makes the hands for one of the 10 shadows, and okay, I'm gonna rely on this now.
Realizing how much it seems like he didn't want to use Megumin's technique, but actually how useful it would be and how he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He's not gonna lose the fight if he does.
Well, what is it? The characters can. Well, what is it? The reincarnates. That's the right word. They can read the owner's mind of their body, like Sukuna did the same with Yuji, I think before, and then I think Hana and Angel did the same thing, because Hana never. I don't think Hana ever specifically states to Angel man, this boy Megumin's so cute. So I'm sure that he's gonna read Megumi's mind of that whole situation, so Maharag is the key to killing him. That's so disappointing.
I would really like to see. This could be weird. So hear me out. We take a step away from this fight, and we see the original fight of the Limitless six-eyed user versus the 10 shadows user. I would love to see that. Maybe it could be a flashback in Suku's mind or something. But I would just love to see how, don't even give us the names of the characters at first.
Yeah.
You could go down the route and their names are Gojo, or something, but I want to see that fight and how that played out, so that we have a baseline of how the fuck is, pardon my language, how the fuck is Sukuna gonna do this? How is he gonna pull this out of his ass?
Yeah.
How does he think he's gonna win this out? Just something like that's why.
Yeah. Besides that, I actually really don't know. I would like to see that as well. I at least want to see Maharaga get summoned and see how the Limitless user lost. Because I want to see if Gojo, because what is it? The Limitless technique with 6 eyes is awesome and everything, but I think a big thing that makes Gojo the strongest sorcerer isn't just his curse technique, it's Gojo's personality. It's Gojo being raised with just oh yeah, you're the best. It's okay, I'm the best. I can try anything and win. So I think that's what brings Gojo Satoru the strongest together. It's his mentality. It's not the curse technique. I always kind of harp on that, because Kashimo has he has a good technique, but it's his attitude in his fights that makes him stronger. Kashimo's just okay, Hikari's is unkillable for 4 minutes and 11 seconds. I'm gonna still kill him.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
that sort of thing, which it's gonna be very cool to see. And I mean, also, in the last page, it looks like Sukuna's missing an eye. I'll flip it around for you to see, right here.
Oh yeah.
He looks messed up, and I would love to see, even if Sukuna wins or something, either side, I want to see whoever wins come out with scars, permanent scars from this. I don't mean missing an arm, just a physical scar on them.
Yeah.
That cannot be
removed. I I think that this also played a lot into, everyone has like the theory that Gojo's gonna lose an eye, or his eyes in general. I'm personally not on that boat, but I think if the fight does end with like Gojo winning, I'd like to see one of his eyes get.
Because they've been like hinting with like in certain panels or something, like his left eye or something is covered, and like the hint is like, oh, he needs to lose that to maybe amp or whatever.
Yeah, maybe like a heavenly restriction moment where like Sukuna's about to beat him, and then he's just like, all right, I'm gonna sacrifice my left eye in order to get the right curse energy to win. That'd be fun also to see heavenly restrictions being put into this fight, because the only good one that we saw like mid-fight was Hakari sacrificing his arm. So it may come down to that. Now that I'm just thinking about this chapter and the whole fight, I'm so disappointed that they're just watching the fight and not stopping Kenjaku.
Yeah.
I want to break away from this fight. Like, this moment is, like, the fight is so good. There's not, like, one thing that's super disappointing about it. The only disappointing thing is that the other characters aren't doing anything about it.
They're just letting it happen.
Yeah. I know that it's, like, Gojo's the strongest when he's by himself. And it's like, alright, yeah, let him be by himself, but also, like, just don't be in Shibuya and go suck.
Or just, the trio, the second and third trio that kind of hinted to go through Kenjaku, They all start with K's.
Yeah.
I have like a thing for that. But just, I want to see them. Okay, or like, then like you just like looks at them and like it's kind of you get up.
These chapters always make me think of just like Chris did make the comment like, yeah, this series will end in about a year. This series is gonna end in about a year. This fight goes too back and forth. If the domain expansions didn't end it, I don't know what will. It's the whole like you have to take logic out of the fight. Like how can one of them win without logic?
Yeah, well, like I'm thinking about it this way. You see like the fight from JDK line. What if you start with the domain, you get I don't know. It's good.
Another theory that literally just popped into my head is that Sukuna's get to the point where he's gonna be like, okay, I need that last finger, bro. And he's gonna start looking for it. And then he's gonna have to chase after him, then he's gonna go to like the Jujutsu headquarters and then like, what do we do?
It'd be funny if like Gojo just had the 20th finger with him the entire time, just like in his pocket.
That's true. He just takes it out of his pocket.
What if he ate it himself?
It's yeah. I love we talk about a meme or like a TikTok trend of just like me trying to grab the policeman's firearm with my ultra hand.
Yeah.
I'm sure that would be so stupid. So yeah.
There's a lot of ways we could get it. We just have to wait till next week.
Or 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks, yep.
Yeah. Devastating.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so any closing thoughts, I guess, or anything like that?
Nothing besides the author's comment, like I have to take logic out of it, so.
I do want to see a break from this and really get the rest of the group. Like, I'd love to see split off. I really wish Yuji and Kashima were just waiting in the building.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
I wanted Kashima to be somewhere close by for sure. Like I wanted him to like have that mentality like, okay, Gojo's not gonna win. Or we could get the issue of what is it, Kashimo. Well, Sukuna loses and then Kashimo goes after Gojo. That'd be a fun way to do it.
Oh, he's like, oh, well, you beat Sukuna, so you're the strongest now.
Yeah.
Now you're my target or something.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Yeah, no, there's a lot of ways. I think we just gotta wait.
Yeah, we have to wait. This is a Chainsaw Man moment. We don't know how this will end.
But yeah. So this is gonna be this is a shorter episode this week. But in 2 weeks, we'll have everything officially situated and stuff and get done.
We're definitely gonna take a break this next coming week just because we're not on the trip.
Yeah.
If there's not gonna be a chapter, we're just not gonna record because there's too much stuff going on.
and then for the future, hopefully not much will drop, but quality-wise, for the next like 2-3 weeks, quality might drop slightly.
Yeah.
While we're doing it when we record, just because I don't have the greatest access to internet and stuff.
Yeah, we'll be having issues, but we're gonna make it work. We're still, if the chapter comes out, we're gonna have.
I will have record off my phone or something.
Yeah, we'll do anything.
Yeah, but yeah. So thank you so much for listening to episode 33 of the Jumpcast. We hope we'll see you again next time, whenever that'll be. Bye.